40 or 50? Not anymore. Welcome to my new series, 60s is the new 60s, claiming our power to become the best version of ourselves. For most of my life, I heard phrases like 60 is the new 40 or 50s, you're only as young as you feel. Cute, but they always felt like we needed to be younger to be valuable. One day I realized I don't want to be the new 40. I want to be the best, most vibrant, and fully alive me now at 64. It's really not about pretending to be younger. It's about embracing every single year that we live. Our 60 can be full of energy, growth, and purpose. Trying to live like a 40-year-old, that's exhausting. So much pressure, right? We've changed, and that's okay. See, our goal is to be the absolute best version of who we are today. Not trying to be that young person. In that way, we don't have disappointment, because I felt disappointed so many times when I looked at my old pictures or what I did when I was in my 40s and 50s. No, why am I doing this to myself? I feel like now I'm in a point where I need to re-love myself of who I am today. Look at the mirror and say, hey, Monica, look at all the possibilities, all the adventures, the freedom that you have now, the things that you can do. Yes, I'm not saying that I haven't had the pains and the aches and this and that and the things that happen with our children and drama, the craziness. But it's time to start loving ourselves right now and deciding, is this life going to continue the way it was? Or am I going to change my mindset, the way that I think about my aging, and look at the 60s as a new, wonderful adventure? So here's a little bit of backstory. So I turned 60 in 2020 when COVID hit. It was lockdown, fear, quiet days, and my only adventures really was food deliveries and sitting down with my husband and watching TV, really. So slowly, I became very inactive, and I'm sure lots of you can relate to this. Fear, plus me turning 60, the uncertainty, and then click, depression crept in as well. I started to gain weight, not all at once, very, very slowly. I gained about 15 pounds. Not a lot, but enough for me to not start feeling very good. But it wasn't just the weight. It was feeling dull, tired, unmotivated, just yuck. I mean, it was terrible. So the years went by really fast. Think about it. COVID was 5 years ago. It seemed like it just went. But in that whole time, my demeanor, the way I was feeling, went this way. And so a few weeks ago, I went on a trip to visit my sister in Texas. Let me tell you, that trip changed my perspective of how my future is going to look like. And I hope it does that to you. So my sister moved into this 50 plus community, and super cool. And we were invited to a wine tasting in her apartment complex. So her and I were very excited. We're going to meet her neighbors. We're going to get all dolled up in ready to go to do some partying at her community. So we show up and we see that there's like 6 or 7 ladies sitting there that look like they were in their 70s, maybe closer to 80s. I noticed some walkers against the wall, and there was a lot of chatter and some laughter. They were so nice, very welcoming. And we sat down and just started talking. All of a sudden, one of the ladies says, you know, I sure have had a hard time getting down to the pool because walking around without my walker, now at 66, has really become a problem. Then another lady said, oh yeah, I'm 68 and I am diabetic and my legs hurt so bad I cannot get down and play with my grandkids anymore. So my sister and I kind of looked at each other, not judging them, but just thinking, I was thinking, oh my God, I am going to be 65 this year. I'm only a few years younger than these people that we thought they were in their 70s and 80s. I absolutely loved the conversation with them. And my heart ached to think that these people were still kind of young and they were going through all these situations, which I know it happens. But it made me realize that I did not want my future to look like that if I can help it. That night, I was laying in bed at my sister's place and I thought, if I don't start making changes today, my story is already written and it's not the story that I want. Mm-mm. And it wasn't about vanity. No, not at all. It was about mobility, independence, vitality. How long am I going to live and have a well-rounded life around the people that I love and myself? That Texas trip became the second crack in the shell. The first was realizing that I had lost my spark. The second one was that my future could look like that if I don't reclaim my life right now. That's when I knew that it wasn't just about getting in shape. It's about claiming your power, my energy, and my ability to live fully now and every single day to come. See, I realize now that it doesn't matter how old you are today. What matters is what you're doing each and every single day to be the best that you can be. Every single walk, every healthy meal, every new skill, every moment of self-care, each is a brick in the foundation of who we are becoming. You know, when I worked for Tony Robbins and I was a motivational coach, I always taught that action creates motivation. That's it. Action creates motivation. So seeing other women living their best life at this age and thriving and inspiring, that is what's going to push all of us to try to live the best life that we can. So when we step into our own transformation, that is how we are going to inspire other people to do it as well. Now, we all have heard probably these little sentences. You're too old for this hairstyle. You shouldn't be wearing that. You're not so tech savvy. All of that, right? Well, guess what? I'm not here for that. Absolutely no. Ageism is outdated. If something, the way that you are makes you feel good, then it's okay. We have earned our stripes. I'm not saying that things are not different. I'm not saying that things are not difficult. And I know that at this age, we're more vulnerable to illnesses, all that. And I know that, and I allowed all that to keep me sedentary. But what I'm trying to say now is at this stage, I see now that it's full of new adventures, hobbies, side hustle, travel, new challenges. Growth has no expiration date. So I'm going to leave you with this. I would love for you to come with me in this adventure. Together, we will explore health, lifestyle, travel, relationship, creativity, you name it. Anything that has to do with aging, longevity, and feeling your best today, I'm going to make sure and cover here. Because we want to embrace exactly where we are today and what can we do about it. How can we change the way we think, the way we feel, the way that we go around our daily lives to be able to live a life that once we get older and more, as we keep aging, we'll have a good quality of life if we can help it. 60 is not the new 40. It's the new 60. We are reclaiming our power. We are redefining aging. And that is something worth celebrating. I'm Monica, and I can't wait to continue this journey with you. Please don't forget to subscribe so you do not miss out on any of my future videos. Thanks so much for watching, and let's get out there and become the absolute best version of ourselves. Bye-bye.